Depression is a profound emotional state that can engulf individuals in darkness and despair. Feelings of hopelessness may lead some to contemplate suicide, seeking an escape from their pain.
In second part of that video about suicide, suicidal thoughts, depression, mental states, mental dysfunctions, I would like to speak about how I myself dealt with those throughout those last 30 years. At the beginning that journey, it was one big unconsciousness, darkness. When I was in state of anger, most likely it was expressed, and it was expressed in insane way. Like I said in previous video, I've been able to, let's say, walk into 30 people and fight them. Let's say 10 of them, 30 people beat my friend. So I was at that stage of my mind that I didn't care what's happened to me. I was able to walk into those groups and fight them. Obviously I was later on badly beaten on the ground, kicked by 10 people, and that story goes on for a few years till entire that energy burned out in me. There is no strong people with those things. We think there's many youngsters, not only youngsters, even adults. They think they can play with fire. It's really playing with fire. It's leaving marks on us. Anger is one side of that mark. It's burning everything to the core, depending how you use it. Obviously all them chemicals, all this adrenaline, all of this have really, when this go to the roof, have later on bad effects, and this is just about body, not to say about spiritual, like inside. It's leaving horrific marks inside. It can kill the soul. They are even worse than things than anger. Anger leads to everything actually, but they are even worse things than anger. You may commit suicide on your soul by doing, let's say, part in some dark rituals, things like this. People doing this, they have ignorance, etc., etc., and those things may turn world upside down. All actually is from misunderstanding the life and anger, not understanding what existence wants from you, and not value your own peace, not understanding what is peace and love. This is precious gifts from God. When we have it, life is abundant, life working well. But when we lose that, we know what we lost. So at the beginning, dealing with that was very difficult, but somehow there was in me already in age of 17 understanding, like I wake up to that horror with that anger. I expressed this, but I understood at that time through that thing and deep suffering in me that I'm suffer. I said to myself, why I suffer so much? Where it is coming from? What's happened to my world? I understand. This is one very important factor to understand that, to see that, because you will be searching for help. You'll try to explore all possible ways. It is in a way awakening of awareness in us. When we know we suffer, when we know we need some help, we need find something which reverse that process. They saying quite often, many spiritual teachers, masters saying that this is how awakening process looks like. You go through that terror, horror, your entire content of the mind and what we acquired, what we contain, will be eradicated, destroyed. You go through that. You see everything, and actually this looks like that. So we may say we've been sinners, we touched those dark things, we took part in those. From other side, we may say maybe this is test of Allah existence, how much you can endure, what you can overcome. Because obviously those things, you touch those, but still you see something forgiving you, something erasing those things, something helping you. So you wasn't destined to die. You had to walk your way to understand yourself, understand those things. So after beginning, there was many years of hardships, hard works, difficult work, scaffolding, work on building site, work on different heavy works where human being carry 200 kilo and things like that. Carried heavy stuff, either on building site, either on this. Life keep giving you those things, those experiences, because there is no other way, there is no easy way. When that mindset is burdened, full of that havoc, life give you hardship after hardship after hardship to knock out those things from inside. There is not easy way, no easy way when we have that mind full of that. And there will be obstacles after obstacles for many years. You will have to face many challenges, many hostile situations, hostile people. Like you have to, through your eyes, through your soul, see your past. Perhaps maybe not even past from that life, what you accumulated in your mind. In about half journey, that was around 30 years where I was. I had so much enough of those all experiences, depression treatments, things like that. I could not find the solution for anything of that, what's happening. And that darkness, surrounding darkness, not feeling the life. I had no feelings inside. I knew I had no feelings. I knew there is something terribly wrong. Like when I explore all the possibilities, ways, I reach for spiritual sources. I ask, like, God, either you took me from that world, means let me die, take me out, either you fix me, bring me healing, bring me love, bring me normal. I ask for life, basically. And from that point on, I seen like something really switch on. I've been like directed, and I as well asked existence, bring me to best possible way which can help me. So I've been guided through religion to religion to religion to religion to Islam, because existence knew that was best practice for that kind of mindset and content I acquired, and can help this kind of routine practice. Islam is not easy practice. Five daily prayers every some while. It's not easy practice. It looks okay, I'm gonna make it, but your mind will be doing million regrets not to pray, not to wake up in the morning. It will be basically fighting with you, because that mindset, when this become this way, don't want to change. Satan don't want to change. When Satan occupies part of your mind, means take it from God and make it dark, it don't want to change. It want to stay the same and even make it worse, so you never come out from it. But God still is million times wiser than that, knows that matrix, see that matrix, and know how to approach it, what kind of experiences to give you to undo that process, that matrix. They're not easy experiences, but when you will keep walk that way, you will learn to rely only on God, rely on that stillness inside of you. You know that stillness can shield you, defend you, protect you. So when something hostile will happen in environment, and that hostility, it is like from your ruh, from your mind, from your ruh, from your heart center, it's happening on the heart level. When that heart is hard and something, you may feel sometimes something going on, and you you experiencing those fears and you suddenly see in an environment, in real life, something happening, manifesting, or some hostile experiences, people towards you, whatever, then you will learn after a while how to rely on existence, how to allow existence to deal with those. You simply learn how to relax in the face of adversity. You will look at that with calmness inside, with no fear. Because every time you show fear, those things are ready to attack you, to whatever. We can have no fear when we're facing those things. We can basically rely only on existence, on that stillness within, that openness, that chest must be open to fairly, to some degree, to deal with those things. At the beginning, we may be only passive because there is anger in us. So when someone chucking anger in us, anger on us, ours anger raging, want to fight back. That energy of that is very strong. So pull to fight back is very strong. I learned this after some while, that I cannot reply the same thing to that, to those hostilities, because you can only extend your pain and increase your darkness. Never end this ending vicious cycle. You have to become non-reactive, passive, and when God you change you little bit, when open that chest through prayer, meditation, and challenges and faced experiences, open that chest and you will have that spaciousness, that energy inside. You may start fight back, you may start replying, you may get that wisdom after many of those experiences, how to reply to those things, to those hostilities. And when you challenge those, keep challenging them, you will notice they disappearing. There will be less and less, and in the same way, more peace, more tranquility, more spaciousness, more openness, more wisdom, more wellness. That's how this darkness changing in us. We will have to face them. When we create anger, that darkness inside, darkness of might have different forms, different backgrounds, depending, it depends what we touch, what we let in. So we may challenge those. That will be our task on that journey, spiritual journey, to challenge those things. When we see something hostile in environment, and we recognize, okay, this is our piece of cake, we have to deal with this. Usually when something in around us happening, something hostile, this is like signal from existence. You deal with this, you approach this, you talk to that, because when you face your fear, you're facing that fear not only in another have fear, that why he reacting this way, he even don't understand, because there is no awareness. That anger, whatever, will create in humans fears, simply fears. That's happening on the level of the heart, in the chest, in that soul. All this anger, all those bursts of energy, negativity and hostility become fear. It is life is like have two sides. We may not understand we are on the other side of life. We lost. We are drifted away from that soul, astray. So when we create mountains of those, we will have to face those. And God will be bringing us those experiences over and over and over. And if we have blocked emotions and all of this is like stuck one big cloud inside, we may develop illnesses because that energy is somewhere accumulated. Different kind of illnesses, problems inside. mental problems. That's all of this is energy, like we may say even entities. We let entities, some monsters inside, and later they cause havoc inside, mental problems, dysfunctions. So when I recognizing when something dealing with me, something going on inside of me, let's say today I've been driving, and suddenly after some while I discover I losing energy, and you don't really know where this coming from, what is this, you feel something is not okay. After years you start recognizing something is not okay. So when you practice for years, let's say Islam, that was 8 years, I am Muslim, 8 years, you descending into heart and that heart opening through all those experiences. So after all the 8 years, when something going on in your chest, in your heart center, ruh, soul, you may be able to catch yourself, with awareness. Okay, at this moment I feel not safe, I feel something happening, I feel I'm losing energy. You just recognizing this, and you're like have to be like still and very, very aware to feel those things inside of yourself, trying to identifying where this appearing, what this doing. That's the way how to deal with this. Together with this, let's say Islam have recitation. So you may, when you catch yourself, you may go straight away to the prayer when you are, let's say, at home. But let's say when you're driving a car like I do, you may play Quran recitation. Recitation, when you practice recitation and when you hear recitation over and over, this is high frequency vibration of sound that recitation is. It's have healing possibility to the mind. And you let this in. When you hear Quran recitation and something happening in your soul, you suddenly become like still and aware. You're able to precisely identify that mindset activity. It's much more easier. So when you hear recitation, your mind can focus only on this, and you are able to just observe without judgment what's happening in you. And this is the way to healing of those things, to just pacifying those things. May say as well that existence, you may observe yourself, but existence as well will be pacifying those things, those monsters, demons inside. This will be pacification of those terrors and horrors, torments from inside. This is one way. Sometimes as well in manifesting in different way, that you may start suddenly feel very unwell, lose energy, and you will be feeling like you're dying. So if you are obviously you won't be able to do those other activities. So you may just curl in the bed and try to relax as much as possible. Allow it, relax, feel your body, feel your stillness, feel your pain. That will be many times something like that will appear. But this is the way, definitely the way to healing, because I had so many accumulated of those things in my body. I thought to myself many times I will gonna die. But energy of this slowly been like disappear. I getting better and better. There is way out of those mental state and out of those lack of energies things, sleep problems, sleep patterns. All of this is mindset, like content. When that content is known, is removed, invalid content, purified, you suddenly have no problem. When you're not minding thing, when your mind is not active, like it's still peaceful, quiet, there is no problems. It's only when mind is active, when you're reaching and focusing on those things, sometimes this coming to the surface, and you have no trained mind, so you're focusing, you have no like choice to focus on that. When you focus on that, it appearing in your life, it is felt, it is dreadful. It's hard way, I have to admit, it's very hard way sometimes. It's very scary way sometimes. You don't know what to do with those things. But they are the best ways: prayer, meditation, scriptures, and every some while, in Islam actually this is quite common, and often we doing this, fasting. Every some while is good to do day of fasting, because it is like rebooting, resetting your mind. When I feel unwell, when I see those things from the mind quite often coming to the surface, and I feel some dysfunction in the mind or in the body, or when I do right fasting, good fasting, those things like repaired, and after that next day I feel peace, like those things disappear, been removed. So Islam is definite way out of those traps. It's a mind trap, mind matrix, and we can be healed from those completely. There was people who completely go to the other side, who go to the root of the problem. That problem, that mind matrix is like a hydra with hundreds of heads. We have to find the root problem of that, when it is identified, when energy of your body and mind is slowly repaired. It is like energy slowly is repaired. You got more quietness, more silence, more goodness inside, and doors opening, and more possibilities. Your mindset is more fluent. At the beginning, when mindset is like destroyed, because it's when it's full of anger, and that soul ruh is in bad state, your mindset is like destroyed, full of negativity, darkness, then there is no creative thinking. All of this like died. You will notice you won't be able to learn. Life not providing. Every door is closed. Only hardship coming to you. That's how this is, how this manifesting. But once you go a little further in life and little explore that inner kingdom and existence, look after you, you deal with those things, and you allow those things to deal with you, then things will improve. You allow the stillness to guide you to remove those things, to heal you. It's about healing, renewal of the mind. As well, what needs to be added, that on your journey, once you gain some wisdom through prayer, meditation, fasting, scriptures, all those things will enrich you and give you, after a while, some wisdom, open up new doors. You will notice that you cannot and you should not touch certain things. The habits you usually have, usually the bad habits, I don't know, in my case, computer games, social medias, actually overusing those. Certain things go so much far in the mind that you cannot stop doing this. So you're overusing this, and this ultimately destroying your mindset, destroying your energy. So you, after a while, learn that wisdom. You will start recognizing those habits, what not serving you, what needs to be given up or changed for something more less invasive. There's plenty of things, and as well you recognize that you cannot absolutely act against holiness, against God, against those right sources, right energy. Speak badly about those things, because it will be draining energy of you. That means you will use wrong part and side of your mind. We got something like this. we can act from right side of the mind, which is loving, peaceful, which have good vibe, good energy, or we can act from that monster inside. That monster always drain energy from you, always. You will notice after a while you will simply lose energy, you will simply feel unwell. Even if you become stronger and everything start be well in life, that monster still somewhere living there. And if you start using it, giving to that, then you'll notice sudden decrease in energy, decrease in light. Suddenly something will be not alright. And there may be even some reaction of environment towards you. You will get some small, even if we can say this, punishment, or something happened which will be not pleasant. Before, you've been full of that, and you did this in such an intensive, unconscious way, you didn't know that you constantly creating for yourself burden, havoc, and you did this. You keep doing that because that was occupied majority of your mind. But once that wisdom and light is awakened in you, that darkness is transformed, you start recognizing those things, that certain things are worth to do, certain things not. Definitely religious path, Quran, meditation, prayer, scriptures, they are things which bringing you light, bringing you wellness, stability. It have good energy, good vibe. It is purifying energy. And there are certain things which simply steal that energy from you or bring you some kind of darkness. There are plenty of those things in the world. Alcohol, drugs, all of this is simply poison, which simply degrading energy of your body. And there is much more to it. Different sexual sick activities where human being treat another human as an object. There is no love, just desire. That also have some degradation to energy and to mindset. There's plenty of things, we just simply don't understand them. That to giving to those, we're degrading ourselves as a human. We're becoming slowly as an animal, and we not see it. For a blink of an eye or spark of the time, we may enjoy it, we may enjoy ourselves, but later on those senses, mindset will be corrupted, will be destroyed, and we simply start suffer from those reasons, and those won't bring us any more enjoyment. There is plenty of things like that. So existence will give us understanding after a while. Actually, our understanding will be ours suffering, where we may turn our head towards existence to just scream for help or not, or keep going deeper into the darkness with perhaps no possibility to turn back. Life is a mystery. In Quran is written that if God have mercy for you, you're gonna see that light, you're gonna understand that way. If God have no mercy, then nothing really will be able to help you. Because there is obviously many people who are landed in prison in horrible environment, and I've been witness of that as I work as a guard, and I observe those people, observe horrible things there, to which state human being can fell off, let all them demons, all them things appear in him, and later being terrorized by him and by environment, because what we let in will be outside also. What we let in, we let anger, we let madness inside, then we will see the same madness outside. That madness will be attacking us, terrorizing us, will be hitting us from every corner. That's how life is. If you have peaceful, loving content inside, mind, heart center, ruch, you will see that also outside. You will be this way, environment will react to you this way, and environment and feeling will be peaceful, loving, nice. But if you turn yourself into character from horror story, then you will see this in life, and you will be simply suffer. You will be suffer torments, because that mindset, when it's turned this way in that ruch heart center, it suffer torments, its own torments, mental illnesses, physical illnesses, and hostile experiences of life, heaviness. It's better to not go that low, because we may stay there for very, very long and just suffer existence after existence after existence till something miraculously bring you back to right shape and form, and still that road back will be super heavy, and perhaps that person will understand that's all God work, because there is no way we could, with our wisdom and understanding, know how to abandon that matrix, how to come back from that hell. We will as well understand and know that the only good part of ourself is that godly spark, godly part of ourselves. Because what is done from ourselves is mostly evil, or we simply don't know how to be loving. But there is part of us, I will call it godly side of us, God himself, soul, ruch. Every action which is done from that part, from that stillness, from that love inside, is always valid. It have no stains. It's always aiming to correct you, to fix things in you, to teach you wisdom. We need to recognize that peace in us and follow that and do everything to enrich in this and continue that path. And you learn that once you declare before God, we take shahada or baptism or whatever, you step into that road, you cannot go back. Actually, those forces will want you to go back, those dark forces. They will be screaming in you quite often, especially when some transformation will be happening, some change, some removal of those things. They will always looking for you to make some mistakes. But God will be protecting you if you will be praying regularly, if you do whatever those scriptures, whatever those ways say, if you do it quite correctly. God is not here to hurt you. He is here to correct you, to give you love and peace and abundance, goodness of life. I've seen many times and talked to many times to myself, why after all of that I deserve that love? Why those things correcting me? Even if they corrected me and I'm still not humble, arrogant, and so on, that thing still will be working in you till end of the life to correct as much as possible. But you have to understand and say to yourself, you want that way, you want that love, even if you are in biggest hell. If you will be on that road like a soldier of God, pray to the best of your ability to do those, let's say when you are in Islam, 5 daily prayers. If you keep yourself constantly on watchfulness, because this is about watchfulness and feeling yourself, and you keep observing yourself, whatever happening in you in any situation, be watchful, be like aware, learn how to be non-stop aware in any second of your life after recognition, then definitely those things improve in you. It may take months, years, or decades, but there will be time you will see light like I did, and you will start appreciating life. You'll start feel life, be grateful to life. It's about being grateful towards life. Just feel well with life, not be against life. Because when we are against life, we fight with life. We fight with existence, with God, with Allah. And things cannot be well when that mindset is like heading opposite direction. We need to redirect that mindset and energy of this. Salam alaikum.